What if every day was treated like a new beginning? After posting the gummy bear, I posted another video called Do You Know with my brother, and we had him dress up in high heels, and it was so freaking funny. At one point he was in a trash can too, and that's when I knew, I'm like, my brother will do anything if I ask him to do it for a music video.
It was a way of almost like relieving stress. It was a lot of fun filming a music video with my sister.
The internship I was in, the church, they were giving me a hard time about doing YouTube. And when we started releasing these music videos, I was even told, they're like, wow, you're being like a little too sexual in your gummy bear music video. Because we had a fan going and I was just being super silly.
If anyone was too sexual in the music videos, it was me. Honestly. Why did anyone confront me about me being too sexual? I was wearing heels and a freaking short mini crop top yellow shirt that we bought at the freaking dollar store. I guess they just wanted to find a reason to nitpick my sister.
I didn't let the comments affect me anymore, but the comments from my peers and people I really looked up to and cared about their opinion, those are the ones that really started to make me feel like crap, because it affected how people viewed me at school, you know, and at church. It started to kill my creativity. It started to make me feel like maybe this isn't the right thing right now. Maybe not forever. It was a different feeling than when I was like, you know, before I took my 3-month break. This was a feeling of like, I'm tired of these people telling me that I shouldn't be doing this. And I remember I was talking to my friend Shauna, who's Nana Lou on YouTube. And she was like one of my first Christian friends that I met on YouTube, and she was like, you know what, like, you can't let your emotions like make these decisions for you. You're feeling bad right now, but it's only temporary. Like, just go make a video, see what happens. And like, I think, Shauna, I think this is gonna be my last video for a while. She's like, well, just do it. Just do it, you'll feel better. Just post it and just see what happens. I'm like, oh, okay. Even though I really didn't want to. So I chose a really old blog post that I had written a long time ago, and it was talking about like, what if people loved more? I wrote it at a time when I was kind of angry with just my church and just stereotypes that people would put on me because I was Christian, and it's like, I would get it because like there were people at my church that were kind of crazy, and I'm like, okay, well, I understand why people feel this way, but like, what if love was seriously the message? What if people just loved and cared about people more and didn't judge people? I posted it that night, and then the next day I had a youth group, which is like our biggest day. Wednesdays are our biggest day for internship. And I was there, and I remember my phone blowing up. And I'm like, what the heck, what's happening? And my friend Sean, who taught me how to edit, he came running in. He's like, Megan, your video got featured. It's on the front page of YouTube.
It was like winning the lottery. We were so excited, and happened to be at church too, out of all places. But I remember my sister running up to me and telling me, like, David, we're on the front page. And I literally was like, Megan, go check your laptop, we need to see this. We checked on it, and we were there, front page. I could not stop thinking about it. Like, even during service, like, today on Jeremiah 5:12, the front page of YouTube.
Back then, you were hand-selected by YouTube staff. That was something that it meant a huge surge of subscribers, likes, and comments. It means that you were on the up and up. You had a chance to really show people what you could do.
That was such a good memory, man. Thinking about it now, I was like, I want to relive that memory every single day.
It was cool because I started getting all this new attention from a whole bunch of different people that I never would have got the opportunity to meet or talk to. And I found my friend Zach. His YouTube is ZachryXBinks, and we started becoming really close. At the time, I was a part of this collab channel called The Rockin' Vloggers. I didn't really know a lot of the people in the channel. I felt like we just made videos just to make videos and be a part of something. I didn't really feel like I had that friendship with them. And I was talking to my friend Zach, and I'm like, man, I feel like such vlog candy on this channel. And he's like, vlog candy? He's like, that's a cool name. And I'm like, oh, it kinda is, right? He's like, we should start a collab channel. We should do that. And I'm like, wow, that doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. And at the time, Zach was talking to these other people that I wasn't friends with yet. But he's like, they're really cool. You should like jump on a Skype call with us. They're really awesome. And that was John, Aubrey, and Andrew, and they're the other members of Vlog Candy.
We came up with the idea for Vlog Candy because back then, this had to be around 2007 or 2008, there were a lot of collab channels and they were just starting to become a thing on YouTube. It started with 5 Awesome Girls, then it was 5 Awesome Guys, 5 Awesome Gays, 5 Awesome, 5 Awesome. It all kept the same format, and we decided that we wanted to have our own collab channel and make it something different. And that's actually how we advertised the channel before we launched it. Part of our whole campaign, we had like trailer videos and crazy things like that, was something different, something sweet. And so people didn't believe us. They were like, all right, good luck, like something different, okay. But it actually ended up being really different and something that a lot of people hadn't seen before.
The chemistry with all of us was so incredible. We brought out the best in each other. We were able to be creative and laugh, and they would go on tangents for days. I remember there was like a Susie Q tangent that Zach and Aubrey would always go off on.
It was nice for my sister to have friends that she could relate to, because my family didn't know what she was doing, and the church definitely did not know what she was doing. So to have people that, you know, can build her up the way that we couldn't was great. It was awesome, because I didn't know jack crap about YouTube, and neither did a new one. Like, how do you post a freaking video? I felt like an old person.
I had never experienced this type of friendship, and not even in real life. And I felt so honored to be able to be a part of their group and to have this friendship with these 4 other people that lived all over the US. All 5 of us together working on this collab channel was probably like, we were like a power team. Zach did graphics and music. Aubrey was great with coming up with collab ideas and just ideas in general. John did animations, and he, to be completely honest, Vlog Candy is kind of like John's baby.
I made it my life, basically. Like, I was still in school and I didn't really have anything else going on. So I was definitely, out of the 5 of us, the most obsessed with the channel, and I was on top of everything and everybody, and it was probably super freaking annoying at the time.
I remember the first time we all got together and met. It was for 789, which was my first YouTube gathering, and that was in New York City.
We saved up all of our money for, you know, from YouTube and from making Vlog Candy videos and stuff like that, and everybody else flew here to New York. We all stayed at Aubrey's parents' house.
I remember traveling to New York, and I was just like, wow, this is like the YouTube life. I never would have this opportunity if I hadn't started making YouTube videos, and now I'm traveling like for the first time ever because of YouTube. And I remember when I met all of them in person, it was so validating, because I had these best friends that I valued and I loved so incredibly much, but I would always talk to them through Skype and never in person. But to finally see them and know that they're real and I didn't make them up in my head, it was the coolest feeling.
And back then that was like a weird thing to do. It was a new thing that you didn't do too much, or that, you know, it was just starting to become that time when people would find out that you're meeting somebody from the internet, and people were only just starting to be okay with that and not be like, oh my god, you're gonna get, you know, assaulted or something.
It was really, really hard to say goodbye to. Because in that moment when I was hanging out with them, I felt so understood. Like, they got YouTube. They understood, like, the struggles of making videos and trying to balance everything else. And then they got me, too. Their sense of humor. Being around them, I was just laughing constantly. And those are moments that I'll never forget. From that moment on, I knew I was going to do whatever it took to make YouTube my full-time job.
When Megan came back from New York, she was a total different person. When she sets her mind on something, nothing can get in her way.
YouTube was it for me. I was sold. I wanted to be a part of the community. That's what I wanted to do. And I was going to do whatever it took to help get me there. I messaged him on MySpace, and his manager got back to me, and I was like, can I promote you guys? I really love your music. He's like, actually you can. We're coming out with the full album in July. We'd really love to have you be a part of that. The first single is going to be Fireflies.